Oh my gosh, I really want to stop and dance, but we got to stay focused. I'm like part praise the Lord, part paranormal Halloween vibes. Glad to have you here for a special Halloween edition of Morning After. For our next guest, he's actually an expert in all things paranormal. Brandon Alves has been on the show Ghost Hunters, so now he is actually co-authoring an upcoming book, Elements of a Haunting, previewing some of the most terrifying aspects of his investigation and really some of the most interesting things that he's dealt with. So I wanted to give you a special look at what you can expect from his book.
I do believe in the supernatural. I do think that there are things in this world that we do not know. They happen frequently.
The doors opening.
Hopefully one day we'll be able to advance technology enough to document any type of unexplained phenomena.
I said Ghost Hunters was on E. Of course, it's on A&E, but you guys know that. Brandon Alves, great to have you here. Good morning.
Morning. Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
Well, gosh, you know, it's really been interesting to learn about sort of your journey. And I think we see these shows on TV and, you know, can view them as entertainment. But we wanted to hear the backstory as to how how you got interested in this. Is this something that growing up as a kid you were always into, or something sort of spurred an interest in you?
Well, you know, in 1995, I lost my oldest brother to cancer, and in 2004, I lost another brother to suicide. So that kind of sent me on my journey into the paranormal, into the unexplained, and I was lucky enough to consult with medical doctors, engineers, scientists to help me remain grounded in scientific principle, and that led me to start a paranormal research team, and then led me to end up on Ghost Hunters.
That's interesting. So were you feeling like, gosh, I'd like to still have a connection with them?
No, it was more of learning about death at a young age and the possibility of life after death. And I've always, been a believer in the theory that energy is neither created nor destroyed, and our body's completely made up of energy. You know, we're firing off neurons right now. So what does that energy do? Where does that energy go when we die, and does it retain consciousness? That's always been a big question I'm looking for. How
has your perspective changed over the years as going from that child trying to young person trying to understand death to now? How has your perspective changed?
You know, a lot more questions than answers a lot of the time. You know, I've been very fortunate to investigate well over 200 locations. Out of those 200 locations, I would say maybe 10 or 11 have activity. So again, I think more questions than answers, but it's been a wild ride, that's for sure.
What was the most haunted location that you investigated on Ghost Hunters?
You know, I'd have to say Fort Stanton in New Mexico. Amazing location with so much history associated with that place. A place that's so large and isolated that it has its own zip code. And you have these amazing park rangers that work there that had these tremendous experiences, things that they could not explain, and they're very credible witnesses. So that just made that investigation that much more special. But it was actually the footage we collected that really blew my mind, and I think it really changed what we look at.
Yeah, Brandon, what did you see?
Well, you know, we brought in a very specific scientific piece of equipment, an EMCCD camera that records photon events. And we had this in the first ever federal tuberculosis hospital at Fort Stanton. And we captured what looks like a person leaning out of one of the doorways, which was not there or present and did not show up on the infrared cameras or the thermal cameras. So it only showed up on this very specific scientific piece of equipment. So that made it that much more special.
So Brandon, the first TV station I ever worked at in Kennewick, Washington, it used to be a morgue. And so everybody would say, this place is haunted. Our hairspray would be gone. Like all of us would be accused, who stole the hairspray? Who stole the gray wig? You know, and we had somebody come in and they said that there was like a soul that was still there. Do you think that's possible? Do you, what's your take on that sort of thing when people say, I swear this place is haunted?
You know, it's tough. I mean, there's a lot of natural explanations to what people are experiencing that they believe to be a haunting or the paranormal. But there's a very small percentage of phenomena that we can't explain, and that's why I always use scientific principle and speak to various technical industries to help me remain grounded in that scientific principle. So there's something out there, there's something going on, and we're just trying to find those answers.
Brandon, I have 30,000 more questions for you, but I have to wrap up. So let's do this again and have another in-depth interview because I have a lot more. Thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on all of your success and just continuing your knowledge. So you guys, here's the book. It's Elements of a Haunting. It's available through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and it will be released January 8th, 2022, but you can do the pre-order. And then if you want to check out his website, if you're kind of curious about this as well and sort of the scientific background, BrandonJalvis.com, and then the Instagram is up there as well, and the book out on January 8th.
And we talked about that the other day, the science of it, the energy that we give off, and does that energy still exist in some other form? And I wonder if that brings loved ones comfort when they lose someone, to feel like the energy is still with them in some intangible way.
That's why I feel like I want to do more of an in-depth interview with him
I
about,
agree. Good second shot, actually.
That's what I
because
what
it was
I
all
think too.
based on understanding life after death.
Yes.
Well,